At the end of the day, you're supposed to look at a roster and read white from black. This is a good team. On roster, this is the bad team. That's what the offseason is for. When the football season comes about, then your values for those specific players, coaches, gets up or down based on the production that they put out on the football field. Period, point blank. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Will back with another video. Now today, we're going to be doing a little Q&A/comment commentary. So I went over and went through some of you guys' comments. I'm starting to get a lot of comments, so I appreciate that. Always feel free to comment. I try to respond and heart everybody's comments, read over it. So yeah, always feel free to comment and leave it down below. I'll read all my comments and try to react and comment back to all of you guys that reply. So today I'm gonna take some of the nice comments, well not nice comments, but some of the good comments that I've seen out there and reply to it and pretty much just make a video out of it, saying, my responses to some of these comments. We also gonna be announcing the winner of the 100 subscriber giveaway. Like I said, I'm gonna be giving away a Browns jersey. So yeah, we're gonna be announcing that winner today, and you guys stay tuned for that. It's gonna be probably towards the end of the video. Now first, hit that like and subscribe button, and we're getting a 1,000 subs giveaway. We're gonna be giving away a ticket to a Browns game, one singular ticket. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lead y'all along, making y'all feel like I'm about 4 or 5 tickets. It'll be one ticket to a Browns game. I'm gonna try to hit 1,000 subs before week 1, which is kind of unrealistic, but I mean, I've been doing good and putting this work in, so hopefully we can keep growing. Yeah, so to get into it, the first comment, I wanted to do like a negative comment and a good comment. So the first comment is going to be from Rico. Rico, what is it? Ricetti or something like that. Ricetti TV. He asked me, how many sacks do you think the Browns get as a team? Good question. So I feel like it depends. You guys comment down below y'all answer to this question as well. I feel like it depends on a lot of different things. One, how many sacks outside of Miles do we get? I feel like it really depends on that. We got to take in DB sacks, linebacker sacks. We got to take in defensive tackle sacks, So let's just try to count. Let's say Double O gets 4. Let's say Perrion gets 1. That's 5. Let's say Dalvin Tomlinson gets 2. That's 7. Let's say Zadarius Smith gets 8. That's 15. Let's say Isaiah McGuire gets 1, 16. Who else is on our damn defensive line? Alex Wright. Let's say he gets 1, 17. I'm trying to think of who else I could think of. And then let's throw in a couple of JOK sacks. Let's say JOK gets 3 sacks. That's 20. Let's say another DB gets about 1 or 2 sacks. We're going to say 22. And then I feel like I'm missing one guy. But, one other guy in that defensive tackle group gets a couple half of sacks or something like that. Let's say that's 23 sacks. And that's on the low, not the lower end, but like on the medium range. Now let's throw in Myles Garrett. Let's say Myles gets 17 sacks. 40 sacks, I feel like is a good bar to set. I feel like 38 is like a min. 40 is a good bar to set. And I think that 42 and up is something you'll be ecstatic with as a group. Now, you guys comment down below if I'm not giving them as much credit as I should. But I feel like that's a good, reasonable amount of sacks for them to get. I do think Zadarius Smith is going to get 10. But I wanted to water it down a little bit just in case somebody else don't get that sack number that I originally threw out there. But I say 40 sacks. You guys let me know what y'all feel like. I think Miles is going to get 17, 16, 17, 18. Somewhere in that ballpark. I would bet him to get 18 sacks. Feel like that sounds about right. I don't think he could get 20. He's very capable, but I think he's going to get double teamed at a high rate. So it might be hard for him to get 20 sacks, but I think 17, 18 is a good ballpark for him. All right, next. So we're going to get into a more negative comment. So this is from Randy Power 2803. Now, this is on the Browns' blackball video. He says, we're being typical victims We have 4 winning seasons in the last 34 years. The Cleveland Browns deserve absolutely no respect. He also left a comment down below speaking on how, New Orleans and Carolina dropped out of the running, and the Falcons dropped out of the running for Deshaun Watson at the last second, and Deshaun told us no, and he went on a little rant and spiel. You know how some people get when it comes to that Washington situation. And just to respond to that, I will say that first off, let's just be real with each other here. Sometimes you gotta take your biasness and your love for your team out of it. If you take this Cleveland Browns roster, and let's say you put this roster on the Seahawks. Let's say we put this roster on the, what's another good one? The Rams, the Cardinals, the Dolphins, the Patriots, the Steelers. You take our roster and you put it on one of their teams, and I guarantee you guys, they say that that's a 10-12 win team. Guarantee it. Because people look at, for a key example, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have a subpar below average roster. Let's go and break it down on a quick run. They got a C quarterback. They got a C plus running back room, and let's say a B minus receiver room. They got a good tight end and move. Their offensive line is C at best. What else? They have a great head coach. Their D line is an A. They got a great, safety. Their cornerbacks is about a C minus, B minus, in between that ballpark. It's an average roster. You know what I'm saying? It's an average roster. Taking bias out of it. It's an average at best roster. But it's guys that still, based on their reputation and based on their name, that will go out there and say, that's a 9-win football team. But on paper, that's not a fucking 9-win football team. It's not. It's just simply not. It's a mid to below average football team. It's a 20th ranked football team, in my opinion, as far as roster-wise. Now, let's look at the Browns. We're going to say quarterback for last. I don't even want to argue with some of y'all that's going to disagree with me on this. Running back, A. Offensive line, A. Wide receivers, B minus. Tight end, B minus. What else? Who am I missing? Quarterback. Let's, for video purposes, we're going to say B. We're going to say B. So the worst position group is the wide receivers. That's a B minus. That's a B minus. Let's go to the defensive line. Let's go to defense. Oh yeah, I forgot. Head coach. We're going to say B minus for video purposes. Cornerback room, B plus A. We're going to say B. I'm going to say B plus. Quarterback room, B plus. Safety room, B. Defensive line, B. What else? Linebacker room, we're going to say C plus. Head defensive coordinator, we're going to say B minus, C plus. Clearly clears that. But it's people out here that will say the difference between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns is a half a game based on reputation. Based on simply reputation. So I don't want to hear that, it's because the Browns deserve no respect. I don't want to hear, it's because the Cleveland Browns haven't been. We're not talking about that. Everybody just goes and makes my argument more for me that it's based off the reputation and the name of the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson don't have no bad past experiences with the Cleveland Browns. No losing seasons. No 0-16 BS. Are the players we got, Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, our wide receiver room, the guys that we signed, our head coaches, they don't got no experience losing and having a terrible, you know what I'm saying? These are established good players that's been established their whole career, and they have no bad baggage and no negative baggage of losing for 34 years. Just because the jersey says Cleveland Browns and they wear brown and orange don't mean that they don't deserve the credit and respect that they've put in their entire NFL career. It's not like we're talking about college guys. It's not like we're hoping for Baker Mayfield to be better. These are established vets, established pros. They have no baggage of, oh, yeah, well, we sit here and, you know what I'm saying, we done been 0-16 and we ain't won in 34. They don't carry that shit. They don't carry that weight. They just employed by the Browns. We have a whole bunch of good pros. So there's no reason in hell that somebody could sit up here and tell me, they got a great roster and you know what I'm saying, but they're the Browns. That's not a football take. That's a reputation take based on the past that has nothing to do with the players currently rostered by the team. You can say that about Joel Bitonio. You can say that about maybe Nick Chubb. You can maybe say that about Myles Garrett. Other than that, who else has been here to sit here and experience the terrible losing that they experienced over the last 34 years? That's a reputation thing. If you're going to sit here and say the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win 9 games just simply because of what they've done in the last 15 years and not because of the players they have rostered, that's a reputation base and that's bias. It's not taking, hey, this is the roster, this is the games they should win. Not, hey, this the roster, but they wear Cleveland Browns on their jerseys, so they're not going to. That's reputation. That's not football. You know, that's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm not going to get too deep into it, you know what I'm saying, because I can talk about this all day. But, like, that's not football, bro. That's not what we're here to do. It's off-season. No matter how much you want to value an off-season take or how much you want to value an off-season roster, at the end of the day, you're supposed to look at a roster and read white from black. This is a good team. On roster, this is the bad team. That's what the offseason is for. When the football season comes about, then your values for those specific players, coaches, gets up or down based on the production that they put out on the football field. Period, point blank. So anybody that's going to say, 35 years, the players on our team ain't been playing for 35 years. So that don't accommodate to them at all. That's like if I'm been a winner my whole life and I go to the Cleveland Browns and now they're trying to put some negative losing mentality on me. I don't got shit to do with that. So no, I'm not going through it, and that's how I'm gonna leave it at that. But I feel like that's not football. That's all like reputation based. And if we're going off of reputation, it's bias in between your reputation because it's based on how you feel about that specific team. I could think that the Browns been the underdogs and been cheated my whole life. You could think that the Browns suck and they're Cleveland and they'll never win. Those are all biased, personal opinions. That's not looking at a roster, grading the talent on that roster and comparing it to other rosters and ranking it. So that's my opinion on it. Yeah. All right. Next one. This comment is going to be from Develand, Develand with a capital A. I like that they are not talking about this. Me too. I'm real big on the media being a little bit of a narrative. Now, when we have more of an emotional quarterback like Baker Mayfield, the media being low on us was kind of a big deal because, people will be like, the media hates us and it'll spew into the locker room and, Baker will walk out there all moxie mad and, I'm going to prove the world wrong and Cleveland against the world. Like, we don't need that shit. Like, we don't. We don't need it. We just need to go out there and focus on winning football games. We don't need to focus on what the media is saying or talking about us. The media wasn't talking about the Eagles going into last year. The media wasn't talking about the Jags going into last year. Both of those teams won a playoff game, And the Jazz was an abomination if we really want to talk about it. And they turned their season around and won a playoff game. Now, I'm still low on the Jags. We'll get to that in a hot take video. But I feel like it's a good thing. Last time that we were kind of underrated like this, we went out there and won 10 games and went to a playoff game, came back the next season and was garbage. Now, I think that's a lot to do with the inconsistency as at quarterback. But as long as the quarterback position could be consistently top 10, I think it's pretty safe to say that we're going to be a playoff team. And it's going to be up to Deshaun Watson and the defense to see how far we go in the playoffs, honestly. I think that's a very realistic standpoint looking at this roster. If you believe Deshaun Watson isn't hot garbage, and you believe he's not even as good as he was in Houston, let's just say, because in Houston, he was a top 5 quarterback easily. Now, let's just say he's a top 10. If you believe Deshaun's a top 10 quarterback, there's no reason to not expect the Cleveland Browns to make the playoffs and win a playoff game. That should be around the bar to make the playoffs and compete in a playoff game. That's the bar, you know? So I like that we're going underneath the radar. We'll probably continue to go underneath the radar until, you know, we do something spectacular like go to the Super Bowl or go to an AFC title game. I even think going into an AFC title game still wouldn't give us the respect going into that next offseason if we used to lose our title game. I think we have to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think we have to go to the Super Bowl. All right. To announce the winner of our sweepstakes. Oh, shit. I done dropped the name. I might cuss a lot in this video. I might have to clean that up. But, so the winner, I got it wrote down. I had pulled it from a little thing. My handwriting is terrible. Don't judge. But Brett Bonner was his YouTube name. Brett, I'm going to reach out to you. Let's give Brett a big round of applause. One of our first winners. I'm going to make sure I remember and write his name down. So once my channel get a little bit bigger, I can remember all my winners and keep them in line, just so y'all know I don't be BSing y'all with these giveaways. I know a lot of other guys do that. I'm a big person at being a man of my word. I'll also be seeing a lot of you guys just grateful and thankful comments. I really love those. If you guys follow me on Instagram, anytime somebody leaves me a nice comment, I always repost it and give you a shout out. I really appreciate that. It really makes my day. Being like a small channel and having people tell me they're gonna believe in me and that my channel gonna keep growing. So I appreciate it. I got love for all y'all, man. You know, if y'all ever need advice as far as life, as far as anything, no matter the age. I know some of y'all probably think I'm younger than what I actually am. I'm 21. No matter the age, you know, I'm always here to help. My DMs is always free to open if you ever need somebody to talk to. Mental health, I'm real big on that. So I real appreciate, appreciative of all the nice and good comments that you guys leave. We're going to keep running these videos up, man. This the second video I done made this week? Second or the third? I think it's actually the third. But second or the third video I done made this week. So we're going to try to get out 5 or 6 videos this week. And then we're going to be on the next week. Training camp should be starting soon, though. So we're going to have a lot to talk about. We're going to have our training camp superstars. Hopefully nobody's not like Harris and Bryant, where they come out killing in training camp and then disappear for the rest of their career. But not there nor there, man. And let me know how y'all like these longer videos. I could give y'all some a little bit on the shorter end, and then I could also give y'all some on like the longer end. So y'all comment down below how y'all feel about those, man. I'm about to edit this up. Y'all should be seeing this Wednesday morning. But it's your boy Will. I'm out. Y'all stay safe. Have a blessed one.